You know, listening to music is pretty fun. Do you like to also? I sure do. I listen to music for hours on end on a daily basis. Heck, I'm listening to some right now as I write the script. Music is a huge part of my life, and of the lives of many others around the world, whether this may be just as a distraction from the car ride home, or something deeper found within one's own culture. Music really is a deeper part of our world, and it wouldn't be the same without it. You know what else I like? TF2, which unlike music, is a sentiment I share with closer to around 0.0006% of the world's population. Yeah, while playing TF2 isn't something that everyone else in the world does all the time, it's certainly something that I find just as enjoyable as listening to music. But do you know what listening to music and playing TF2 have in common? Because if you're like me, you usually find yourself listening to music while playing the game 9 times out of 10, since it can act as nice auditory background noise. Or it can be extremely distracting and make you lose the round, but let's just pretend that doesn't ever happen. But there's something interesting about listening to your favorite tunes when playing TF2. Personally, I feel like I play the game better when I've got my favorite artists and albums blaring through my headphones. It could be all in my head, but when that one song plays at just the right time when I'm pushing the card on upward, I feel like I'm on top of the world and can play the game even more effectively than before. That made me curious about whether listening to music can actually enhance your average TF2 match, both atmospherically and skill-wise, leading to the creation of this video. Which today begs the question, is there actually some science behind listening to music and playing better in Team Fortress 2? Well, actually yes, there is. There are several sources out there that indicate music aiding in an overall performance boost to playing video games. For example, studies have shown that listening to music can aid in improving your mood and focus, which helps you play better overall. At least for myself, I know that when I listen to music while gaming, I definitely feel much more focused on the objective, since any song I'm listening to has a start and end point. Oftentimes, I find myself anchoring this idea of a start and finish towards my game. Specifically for TF2, if a favorite song of mine is playing, the natural flow of the song influences the natural flow towards the endgame in my head. It's kind of similar to homework. If you listen to music while studying or finishing that last-minute assignment you just now remembered, that's right, I know about that, you better go check your canvas. You may be able to better focus and get your project done with auditory stimulation. And like how a song eventually ends, so does the assignment you're working on, or the round you're playing. And of course, I want to win the game of TF2 I'm playing, so any song playing in the background is helping mentally guide me towards the end of the round itself. I can almost visualize the end of a round as a song nears its conclusion, which I know sounds a little cheesy and kinda lame, but if you can visualize yourself winning a game of TF2, then a song's conclusion can certainly guide you to that point and maybe just make your visualization a reality. As for mood, I find that music helps make me generally more positive and helps me actually enjoy the game I'm playing. With music playing in the background of a typical TF2 match, I more easily settle into the server, collect myself, and casually play my favorite classes on my favorite maps. Now when it comes to dying in TF2, it can sometimes feel pretty terrible, especially if you're missing every single shot on the enemy while they land every single one of theirs on you. But music has you covered in situations like this too, since music has been found to regulate your nervous system, lower your blood pressure, release endorphins and dopamine, and even help you stress less by lowering your cortisol levels, since cortisol is the hormone responsible for stress. Best of all, listening to music has also been proven to help accept negative emotions in the first place, rather than simply repressing them or ignoring them outright. So when you're getting dominated for the 5th time in a Dust Bowl pub stomp, instead of getting upset over you and your team's terrible performance, you're more prone to calming down, regulating a healthy blood pressure, and moving past those negative emotions trying to get a hold of you at that moment if you just put on your favorite songs. And in general, when you're playing badly in TF2, or for any video game for that matter, just breathe. It'll help you get your body back to a calmer state, and music helping to regulate your nervous system can make these breathing exercises easier. I feel like I can definitely vouch for these studies, since I don't usually ever feel upset when I die in TF2. More often than not, instead of me getting mad at the other player for being better and putting me in a 30-second respawn timeout, I just think, I guess I died, oh well, I'll just try and do better next round. And I know not every player has this sentiment when playing, since at its core, TF2 is a little competitive. Your performance is vastly dependent on being better than your enemy, so if you're not, yeah, it can be pretty annoying when you die. And sometimes I still get tilted when dying to someone else in-game.
Yes!
But when I have music blasting in the background, these negative feelings towards the enemy just sorta go away. In instances like these, music helps calm me down and realize that it's not the end of the world if I die. I have an infinite number of chances to try and do better next time. More importantly, music helps me remember to just have fun when playing. And don't worry, I'm not that guy on your team who has the stereotypical movie cliche mindset of, it's not about winning, it's about having fun, ingrained into my head. I'll always try and do my best and possibly even try hard every now and then to win the game for my team. But music's always going to help me stay calm and keep a level head when doing so. Now at this point, you're probably thinking, why does it matter if music can actually help you calm down and keep composure while playing an FPS like TF2, or let alone any game for that matter? Well, if you've played TF2 for even like 17 seconds, you'll know that while it can be pretty simple to pick up, it's incredibly difficult to master. No matter how good you get at one class or the game in general, there's always going to be at least 10 players better than you. For a game like TF2 where skill is such a huge factor to achieving peak performance in a round, it can be a crushing blow to your mental state if you lose over and over. You may think you're never getting any better at the game, even if you are. That's why listening to music is especially helpful when playing a lighthearted yet somewhat stressful game like this. I mean, TF2 is one of the best first-person shooters of all time, and it's definitely one of the most fun games I've ever played. Getting upset in a game like TF2 can really ruin your overall experience, so an outlet like music being able to possibly help make the game fun again really helps make playing TF2 as enjoyable as possible. Well, now that we know that music can help you perform better and keep you calm and relaxed when playing TF2, that then begs the question, what genres of music should you listen to? And to that, it honestly depends on what you're trying to accomplish in a typical round of TF2. If you're more focused on having quicker reactions to gunfights and better split-second decision making, then sources indicate that faster tempo genres such as techno/trance, EDM, and even speedcore would be your go-to options. Trying to immerse yourself more into the intensity of TF2 firefights and want to feel more overall energy while playing the game? Hip-hop can be one of your better genre options. Or, if you're having trouble concentrating on the game itself because your attention span is fried from watching Family Guy clips with Subway Surfers playing at the bottom of the screen, or for various other reasons, classical music can help you more deeply concentrate on the task at hand. These are just a few of many examples of specific music genres helping you perform better in games like TF2. But me personally, I don't listen to any one specific genre. I mainly stick to specific bands when I play the game. Every time I load up into a match, I'll put on my favorite albums and songs from Tears for Fears, Coldplay, Keane, and Underworld. Okay, you know what? I think I just like British bands. Oh yeah, let's throw in some abandoned pools in there too. Some of that American indie rock can definitely help balance out the British. So, to again answer the question posed towards the beginning of this video, can music help you play better in TF2? Yes, it can. Now, it is heavily dependent on your mood and what you're trying to accomplish in-game, but the studies and articles I've read indicate that overall, there is a positive correlation between listening to music and positive performance in video games like TF2, in addition to music making you have a better mental state overall when playing video games. But I want to know, do you guys listen to music when playing TF2? And if so, what genres, bands, or songs do you listen to? Let me know down in the comments. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It is a little different from the content I make for this channel, but I had a lot of fun doing research for this video, and in the end, I'm happy with this unique video topic. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.